After 20 years of work experience in the UAE's petroleum sector, a young expat by the name of Eugene Main had the dream of building his own business. His goal was to build a company with high safety standards to provide integrated logistics solutions to the energy sector. In a young and dynamic economy like that of the UAE, which is just 50 years old and has benefited from the discovery of oil decades earlier, Eugene saw an abundance of opportunities on the horizon.
Well, my sweat equity. I didn't have much money. I would say that I had to get 3 used trucks. That's all the money I had to buy 3 used trucks, or maybe under 500,000 dirhams is what we started the business with. But a lot of hard work and good intention and determination to succeed. I believe that was the capital that went into the company.
The logistics sector in the UAE accounts for 27% of Dubai's economy. The emirate benefits from its excellent location between East Asia, Europe and the Americas, as well as an array of ports that overlook the Arabian Gulf, with Dubai ports being on top of the list. This enables Dubai to play a connector role in the field of trade, both regionally and globally. Tristar was launched in 1998 to offer different logistical services, such as land transportation, jet fuel distribution, loading and unloading at seaports, transportation of cryogenics and gases, and hazardous materials storage and distribution. In terms of growth and geographic reach, Tristar has business operations in 21 countries across 3 continents and continues to develop new service lines for its customers. This has helped Tristar to diversify its operational revenues as well as manage and reduce risks. The company has also signed agreements with global and regional partners such as Total, Shell, SABIC, Aramco, Enoch and ADNOC to support its journey. Tristar had a modest start with a small number of used trucks and had to face both financial challenges and strong competition. But what made the company move forward, and why in Dubai specifically?
Well, Dubai was home for me. I'd already spent 20 years here in Dubai. I came here in search of greener pastures and being successful. And to achieve that dream of building my own company, I had to work for it. So I worked 20 years learning the business, understanding the business, getting to know everything that there was to know about fuel distribution, and which I was able to achieve in the 20 years that I spent with the big oil company. And then having identified a gap in an opportunity to build a fuel distribution business is what encouraged me to take that bold step.
The company has a fleet of 2,000 road transport assets and employs more than 2,000 people. It has stringent health and safety protocols in place, which are especially important given some of the hazardous materials it transports. These protocols, which have been developed over decades, are of the utmost importance to Tristar, which has enjoyed an enviable safety track record over the last 22 years and represents one more pillar of its success story. A dedication to health and safety is central to all of Tristar's operations, in tandem with providing its customers with optimal logistics solutions.
We had a pretty good year this year. We had a steady first 9 months performance. In fact, actually this year in the first 9 months, we've recorded a growth over last year. The same period last year, we've recorded a 12% growth in our earnings. And this is again because we have a very resilient business model, and our resilience comes essentially from our long-term contracts. Most of our business is contracted with again our same blue chip oil customer base.
In 2004, Tristar started providing maritime logistics solutions. The maritime sector is one of the most important sectors that the company has focused on throughout its evolution. Currently, maritime activities account for almost 20% of total operational revenues. Tristar now owns 34 tankers, which transport chemicals, oil and gas, as well as bulk goods globally.
We ordered 6 new building vessels back in 2018. During 2020 we've taken delivery of 4 of those, and we have 2 new builds coming in January. Now, despite COVID-19, we've had all vessels delivered on schedule. So we've got an extremely good team. The shipyard, ourselves and the technical managers, we've worked very hard together, and every vessel has been delivered when it should have been, with the 2 coming 8th and 15th of January.
In addition to the maritime sector, another company called Tristar Terminals Guam Inc. was founded in 2009 in the Pacific island of Guam to provide oil and fuel storage facilities. It consists of 26 above-ground storage tanks on a 237-acre site with a combined capacity of 4.2 million barrels. These tanks have been connected to the main commercial oil wharf inside the port of Guam through 4 fully owned underground 8-kilometer-long pipelines. Half of the company's overseas presence is in the African continent, where it has been successfully offering a wide range of remote fuel logistics services. In terms of Tristar's culture, since its foundation, the business has had very clear objectives in terms of being a business for purpose, creating a healthy and balanced work environment, and being committed to equality and diversity across its entire workforce. Indeed, Tristar committed to many educational initiatives across its business and has ensured women are fully represented at all levels across the organization.
Operating in a country like UAE, we do recognize and appreciate the importance of having a diverse workforce. We have tried our best to ensure that both men and women are empowered within the organization. As a matter of fact, we recently signed the Women Empowerment Principles to ensure that women and men have the same seat on the table. We've also tried to put women in leadership positions, and we've done this through various committees that push agendas within the company. We also have women in leadership positions across departments. We have trainings and different interpersonal trainings for every employee through the Toastmasters Club.
It is true that environmental, social and governance, or ESG, is a relatively new term in the world of business. Yet, Tristar developed a clear ESG strategy from the outset that went beyond mere charity. For Tristar, ESG means community-wide initiatives and engagement which address environmental and social issues. Tristar's objective is to have a positive impact in the communities in which it operates and closely aligns to its ethos of being business for purpose.
So ESG is a holistic framework. So we integrate sustainability in our day-to-day operations in every business decision we make, and therefore we have integrated different sustainability initiatives that provide value for all our stakeholders. So as part of reducing our carbon emissions and managing our carbon management, we have integrated solar panels at our headquarters. So this is a recent project that we have initiated, and it has the capacity to generate over 800 megawatt hours per year.
Tristar has developed comprehensive policies to comply with international standards for health and safety, particularly given the sensitivity and hazardous nature of the materials it transports globally. This has ensured that the business adheres to international safety, climate, social and economic agreements and treaties that the UAE is party to.
This organization was born with a necessity for safety. Along with that, business excellence is also something which we need to have to make sure that everything is monitored, especially the policies, the procedures, quite a few things which we build at the back end. We need to make sure that it is continuously running. If that doesn't happen, then the entire front wall which we have constructed might fail. So we make sure that every policy procedure is built based on stakeholder expectations, that is our customer, our employees and everyone. And we also make sure that we conduct a survey with all the stakeholders once every year. It's a question of customers, employees, stakeholders receive their feedback and build it into these policies and procedures and ensure there's continuous improvement in this organization. Business excellence never stops. It's something which we do daily, hourly, and ensure that everything is in order.
The logistics sector has huge potential, particularly in the age of new technologies and the fourth industrial revolution. It is one of the few sectors that supports and benefits from tech-led innovation rather than being negatively impacted by it. Indeed, only the forward-looking companies that are able to adapt and keep pace with technological change will make business more efficient and will be the long-term winners.